Just to add to the video, which is the DUP to warn Boris Johnson it will stall power sharing until Christmas. I don't know what happens after Christmas, but essentially Stormont will be closed for another 6 months. It's been closed since February, so it's going to be closed for nearly a year. It's just wild the DUP can get away with this stuff. But onto the video. So in this segment, we're going to be talking about the DUP leader rules out a return to the executive without decisive action on the protocol. So essentially, until the protocol is scrapped, he's not going to come back to the Stormont's not going to reopen effectively. I did find this article from today, which is the 13th of May, which is the DUP won't elect a speaker to the House, and what that means is that Stormont can't actually open. So they mention it in the article here. The DUP, Donaldson confirmed his party will not back a speaker, which will leave the assembly unable to function. It's just the way Stormont is built. So it's just ridiculous that they don't believe in democracy, and this will impact people in Northern Ireland for day-to-day issues, which shows the DUP don't actually care about the people in Northern Ireland. The DUP's Donaldson on Monday ruled out a return to the Northern Ireland executive without decisive action from the UK on the protocol. It was the man with the stopwatch is Brandon Lewis. The people who can deliver the change are Boris Johnson and the government, which he's not 100% wrong on. But the problem is that they're not going to be able to scrap the protocol legally. That's a problem. Frankly, the sooner they do it, the sooner we can get things properly functioning again here at Stormont Narborough. The sooner you go back to Stormont, the sooner things can get back to normal in Stormont. The ball is now in the government's court. He said they know what they need to do. Donaldson defended his stance, which has been condemned by other main Northern Ireland parties, saying he had sought a mandate on the basis of sorting out the protocol and he was not going to go back on his word. The problem is, mate, you might have ran on a mandate of getting rid of the protocol. You didn't win, son. You didn't win, and the majority of MLAs support the protocol or are tolerant of it. So your stance has no basis in reality. Lewis met Donaldson, so Brandon Lewis, and met Donaldson and the other leaders on Monday to urge the formation of a power-sharing government, which, unsurprisingly, the DUP have refused to do. The North's political institutions have been in turmoil since February, when the DUP First Minister Paul Givan resigned as part of his party's campaign against the protocol, which they haven't really achieved a lot since February, have they? The Assembly is due to sit on Friday, but without a DUP nomination for Deputy First Minister, which is entitled to do as the second largest party, Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill cannot take office as First Minister, so it's just frustrating. And the North's political institution face a potentially lengthy period of stalemate, especially with them not electing a speaker as well. Stormont essentially can't function. Lewis said he will remain in close contact with the leaders in Northern Ireland, but all sides believe there is little chance of a breakthrough because the DUP refuse it, because they don't believe in democracy. Should change their names. Really. Lewis said following the talks with negotiations between the EU and the UK over the protocol should not stand in the way of restoring power to Stormont institutions. However, the DUP don't really agree with that, do they? He restated London's position. It wanted to address the outstandings by agreement with the EU, which it's not going to happen because the UK can't be trusted, and what the UK wants is not within reality. He goes, he would continue to press the EU to agree crucial changes that are urgently needed. The other main Stormont parties on Monday also urged the DUP to go back into government. Speaking at a press conference in Parliament, Ms O'Neill said there was no reason for delay in the formation of an executive, and that's of course you're the DUP. And she said that as Democrats, the DUP and also the British government must accept and respect the democratic outcome of this election. I would just keep saying you claim you're the Democratic Unionist Party, but there's nothing democratic about you. Brinkmanship will not be tolerated for the north of Ireland to become collateral damage in a game of chicken with the European Commission, which is true that we are absolutely playing chicken, and the main losers here are the people in Northern Ireland. She also said that in their coming meeting with Brandon Lewis, Sinn Féin had raised the outstanding issue of the Irish language legislation, which there would be a reference to in the Queen's speech. I don't know if that happened, but Sinn Féin have been waiting on this for a while. Alliance leader Naomi Long warned the DUP it'd be foolhardy for them to overplay their hand, because that's what they did in February with devolution, because that is a gamble that Northern Ireland can't afford to take, and there is a cost of living in Northern Ireland. Let's not forget that. They are struggling just like us in GB. It's not as bad by the looks of things, but the simple fact is their parliament or assembly, or however you want to define Stormont, isn't open because of the DUP, and therefore they can't deal with the day-to-day issues. They can't allocate funding, etc. it's just madness that the DUP can scupper this entire thing. But it's sad, that a party that calls themselves democratic don't actually understand how democracy works. Yes, you ran on a mandate on scrapping the protocol. Did you win? No. Therefore, your mandate is almost non-existent. You can't sit there blocking Stormont. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon if you can, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.